Hello everybody, welcome back to Lone Star 10.7. So today we ended up purchasing the Arctic Pioneer, and we're going to do some long line fishing with it, and we're going to be fishing for some pollock out here. We got a pretty good tip here, it's 3 days ago. So we're going to go ahead and set our 10,000 hook long lines, which will stretch for about 1,000 meters. So we're going to go ahead and start our long line here. These take a little bit to actually lay out most of the time. Your ship kind of goes into an autopilot type mode, and you move just a few knots at a time mostly while they set this line out. And while we're doing that, I'll give you all a quick little tour of the Arctic Pioneer. This is probably one of my, this is the most expensive ship I think I've ever purchased in this game. But back here is where we set our long lines. We can also set up a multi-pot lobster fishing back here as well. Down here, that stairwell goes back up to the bridge. There's a little kitchen area. And then we have our bunker room here. Around this way, there's where we're going to haul our long lines. And then we have gutting machines, and we also have freezers, so we can freeze and stack our fish. There's not really anything up here other than the anchors and just a place to kind of look at, I guess. And there's the name of our ship, the Arctic Pioneer. It can take a little while, like I said, to actually lay these long lines out, but they are very profitable. We'll probably lay 4 of them. I'll pretty much max this ship out. We have over 1 million pounds worth of storage here, so pretty good amount of storage. It takes way longer to set these lines than it does to actually haul them in, and I find that to be kind of funny sometimes. But I figured we've been doing a lot of crabbing lately, so we will do a little bit of long line fishing again. Way over there, right about the middle of the screen, where that boat is. And again, we're probably not even going to be able to see it once we actually set this line. Gotta do a horn test. We're a little over halfway on setting this line here, so far, I hope y'all enjoyed my channel along with some of the other series I've done. I've started the Schedule 1 series. I believe the first episode released the day of this recording. I believe maybe it might have been the second one. And then I've got about, I think, 5 or 6 episodes out so far of the Firefighting Simulator Ignite, which that's a pretty new game. So far I'm enjoying it though. But after I record this, I will probably record another episode of the Firefighting Simulator. The newest update for Police Simulator is out as well, which is the self-defense update, so I'm hoping I can start doing a little bit of recording there, but I don't really want to jump in there and get my feet into too many, get my pot into too many fires at once. So I'm probably going to hold off a little bit on that. This, I think, will be maybe episode 14 of my fishing simulation or fishing simulator game. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm kind of shooting for episode 25 being the final episode, but we'll see what that takes, how that goes. So at this point, guys, I'm just gonna probably do a little bit of a time lapse here if I can figure that out on laying the rest of these. I'll see you guys once we get them laid. Alright, guys, we're back and we are ready to start our long line in here. Once we get up here, of course. So there's the number 4 line. We're gonna run over here to the number 1. So number 1 is running due south, number 4 is running due south, 2 and 3 due north. And then we kind of meet back over here in the middle to go around and pick them all back up. That's one of the nice advantages to long lining, is we can kind of start in a focal point and just go out however many directions we really want to go, so long as the fish appear to be there. So let's see what we pull out here. Got a pretty long line there, so hopefully we get a decent yield off of this thing. All of our guys are maxed out at their perspective jobs here, so long lining, machine gutting, stacking, and freezing, they're all maxed out. I don't think we have a whole lot left here on that line. Yep, that's it. Let's see how much we got. 72,000 pounds right there. That is quite a bit, if I do say so myself. We probably could have laid out a lot more lines. I couldn't quite remember how much. I knew it was a pretty good amount, but I couldn't quite remember how much we would kind of average on these things. But that's, I want to say that's about right. 72,000 or so. We've got to spin around here real quick. And we're going to wait. As you can see, it's not blue, so we're not at peak efficiency here, so we're going to kind of get spun around here and we'll probably anchor for about an hour, wait for it to turn blue. Come on, get spun around here. Alright, that one's ready. go. Looks like a pretty decent one there too. We'll actually run down on deck for this. So yeah, guys, if y'all are enjoying a lot of my simulator content, please go check out the Firefighter Simulator and Ignite and my Schedule 1 videos. I'd appreciate all the support, guys. I mean, I'd say for being about a month into this, I'm doing all right with my analytics and everything on my videos. But guys, I really would appreciate the likes and subscribes and all that kind of stuff. So I know every YouTuber says it, but really it does mean a lot. Of course, I didn't start this to get famous or anything like that. I've always kind of wanted to do something like this. So just say I did it, But I do appreciate. We got 80,000 on that one. But I do appreciate all the support that I have received from you guys, and hopefully y'all guys will be continue to bless me more and provide me with more motivation to keep doing this, because I do enjoy it. So guys, I will see y'all once we get 3 and 4 picked up. Whoa guys, look at that, 144,000 on that line. That is pretty darn good. Hopefully we can pull the same amount on the next line. That'd be pretty good too. Heck yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. That's, I mean, just about double what we're making on my first 2 lines there. So hopefully that keeps up. We'll see y'all here in just a minute. Alright guys, 143,000 on that one. So that's pretty darn good. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and set some more lines out. Kind of in the same north-north, south-south one. We might set an east and a west one out as well, just to try to capitalize on the area. So once I get those set up, I will see you guys, and we're going to head into port and sell our catch so far. So, alright guys, welcome back. As y'all can see here, we got several lines set. I accidentally set line 2 up here, and I don't think we're going to get a lot on that one. Line 7 here actually went off the edge of the map. That was a little scary. I never knew what happened when you put things off when you go off the map, but apparently it does massive damage to your boat. I barely got back in time. As you can see, we're at 35%. It actually got as low as 13%. We've actually been sitting out here quite a while they finished freezing our fish, and I do repairs. So that definitely got really sporty there for a minute. But the best place right now for our fish is going to be Ingalls Head. At Ingalls Head, Pollock is bringing in $1.99 a pound, and that's what we went out there fishing for. So we're going to run up to Ingalls Head. It's going to take us about 4 hours to get there, and then about 4.5 or so to get back. And we should be ready at that point to start hauling in those lines again. So I'll see you guys at Ingalls Head. Alright guys, we're here at Ingalls Head, and just that trip alone we were able to get us up to 80% health, so that's pretty good. Still got quite a bit of fish to freeze here, so I'm probably going to wait here for about an hour and go from there. I don't think freezing is going to help improve or reduce the price of it by any means. It just allows you to stay out there longer. But let me check. Where are we? Yeah, we're getting pretty close to being bring those in. Yeah, we better just go ahead and sell now. So just off of this alone, which this was nowhere near a full tank load, by the way. We only had about, I guess, Thought we had closer to about 600,000. No, that's what we have remaining. We have about 440,000 total. So that brings us $1.8 million. I believe I had to take a loan out to purchase this. Maybe I didn't have to. Let's see here. Yeah, I did $6 million. So another few trips and we ought to get that paid off. So I'm going to go ahead and move these guys, let them start resting again. We're going to continue to let him repair. And speaking of which, I don't believe I did this, and I highly recommend it. Let me see if I can remember where it's at. It might be in town. Yeah, services. Insurance. Yeah, we did not purchase insurance, and I'm going to do that right now. Because I have made that mistake before in the past of needing insurance, and yeah, this game glitches sometimes and throws you into other boats. It's not that fun. So anywho, we're gonna head back out to our fishing grounds here. Uh-oh, we're not gonna be able to make that trip. We're hitting something here. Kick us away from the docks a little bit here. There we go. By the time we get back down here, it ought to be time to start picking up some of these lines again. Oh yeah, it'll be ready. Alright, I think it's Victor here is our long lining. Yeah, he is. Alright, get him set up. Rudy is a machine gunner. I'm trying to remember who my guys are here. He's going to be a stacker. She's a stacker, I believe. No. Yeah, there we go. I got some of them pretty much leveled up in most areas. So we should be able to kind of mess around with them a little bit if we needed to. Let's see if we can't find our buoy now. I do wish the searchlights were a little more brighter where you actually like see things at a distance, but uh-oh, we're getting close. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, it's over on our left. Oh, we just went past it. That's no fun. Gosh darn it, that's embarrassing. Now let's see what kind of a yield we get here. Hopefully it's pretty good. With 7 lines, I'm really hoping we get pretty close to hitting this 1.2 million here. But I do kind of worry about my quota. Oh yeah, we can definitely do another trip probably before we have to really start worrying about the quota. Although I just remembered we're only able to put out four lines because I forgot to pay for more bait. I told y'all I forget to do that. Y'all guys need to get better about reminding me about that. Alright, looks like maybe the last one coming up here. How much did we get? 102,000. I will take it definitely. Alright, well, looks like, oh yeah, we do have line 2 up there. I guess we'll run up there real quick. We're not going to get really anything off of this. Oh, there's a boat in the way. We're really not going to get anything off of this one, I'm pretty sure, but it is what it is. Ah, come on now. I hate it when it does that because it completely shuts your engine down, so you have to build your engine back up. Alright, maybe we are clear now. Alright. I'm telling you, I have a hard time spotting these things at night. I really do. There it is. I see it now. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get much of anything on this line, but every little bit helps, I guess. Can't really see. Oh, there we are. Yeah, there's looks like a decent amount on here. I'm actually really surprised because about the last 500 meters of laying this, there wasn't anything on the sonar, so. These guys are definitely stacking up the fish, though. Yeah, we might actually get a better yield on this than I really thought we would have. Call me surprised. $169,000. See, I don't know what it is, but every time I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get anything good on this one. It turns out to be like the best one I've ever had. Like, I don't know that I've ever had more than 169,000 fish on the line. I don't know. I find that hilarious. Maybe they're moving that way, and during the last 20 hours they just moved up that way. I don't know, but I really didn't think we were going to get much of anything on that one. Alright, so there's our buoy here. Alright, so we're going to get these picked up, and I will see y'all guys once we get them picked up. Alright guys, we have officially picked up all of our long lines here. We're completely full. We actually lost 86,000 pounds of fish, which that's crazy to me. I've never been this full with fish. So we're going to let these guys keep gutting and stacking. We have to make some repairs because as I was doing some fast traveling around to get to the lines, I kept taking damage a couple of times. It's one of those glitches in this game, I guess. Move that guy back to rest, and we'll move him over there to stacking. He's actually not that skilled at stacking, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Because those guys still have a lot of fish to gut right there. He's max level on gutting, he should be too, so yeah. So we got a lot of stuff to do here, but we're going to work our way back up. Let's check prices again. I believe Ingles will probably still be the best. 191, 185, 192. Yeah, Ingles is still going to be there by a penny, so I guess we'll go ahead and take it up to Ingles. So we're just going to kind of easily make our way back up there. We'll probably have to sit in the harbor for a little bit and let them finish. There's something we can discover right here. Might as well do that while we're here, right? See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about right here. The weird little things the game does sometimes. I don't know why. Ooh, no, we don't need to do that. We'll just go straight over there. We got time to burn anyway. Still got a lot of work we got to do. Alright, the Gulf of Maine, so we have that unlocked now. I think we might as well just hit the old fast travel button there. Oh yeah, we still got a long way to go here, so we're going to hang out probably in the harbor here for a little bit. So I'll see you guys once we get all these fish gutted and stacked. Alright guys, we finally got all 1.1 million pounds of fish stacked and ready to go, and our guys need a much deserved break. I actually had to feed some meals, recook some meals while we were doing this. They're getting some much needed rest. Alright, so here we are back in port, and let's see what kind of money we get here. $4.6 million for a full tank. Tell you what, I'm all about that. All about that. So we'll be able to sell that and pay our loan now. See if we have any tips. Not really, nothing too crazy there. So we'll be able to pay our loan down quite a bit here, or actually fully pay it off, and still have 2.5 million left. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. As far as the gear goes, we actually need to rebait our lines. Oh, that's removing. Whoops. We need to bait with crab. 11. Yep. All right, fantastic. So we're ready to go fishing again, but out of curiosity, I do want to check my quota because, yeah, so we're about halfway filled on our quota for pollock. Then we can start working on some redfish. So, alright guys, well that'll be it for this episode. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. So, we'll see you guys later. God bless.